Meta keeps pushing something called opportunity score. The reps say you should improve it. The dashboard says you're missing optimizations. And if you're not at 100%, it can feel like you're doing something wrong. But does a higher opportunity score actually mean better results? In today's video, we're going to walk through 5 real e-commerce accounts spending between $1,000 a month and $80,000 a month. We're going to look at their ROAS and their opportunity scores to see if there's any real correlation in the data. Then we'll look at the exact recommendations that Meta's suggesting to boost the scores and why I intentionally ignore some of them, even though they would make the opportunity score higher. If opportunity score really means better performance, we'll see it in the data. Before we jump into the accounts, here's some quick context. Meta's opportunity score goes from a 0 to 100 point rating, and it's found inside of Ads Manager. It's based on how many of Meta's recommended optimizations you've implemented in the account. Typically, these optimizations go to allowing Meta to essentially automate a lot of your settings. So turning on Advantage Plus Creative, expanding your targeting, consolidating your campaigns. These types of changes will give you a better opportunity score. But does that actually help? So today, we're going to try and break that down. So here's the first account. They've got just over $1,300 in the last 30 days. They have a ROAS of 1.97. They have 1 campaign live, and they have a 100% opportunity score. The second account has an opportunity score of 80, so lower. It's got 10.6K of spend in the last 30 days with a ROAS of 4.97. The third account has a 64% opportunity score. They spend 22.5K in the last 30 days. They've got a return on ad spend of 2.61 and about 9 campaigns live. The fourth account has an opportunity score of 78. They've spent just over $81,000 in the last 30 days with a ROAS of 6.41. And the fifth account has just over $80,000 in the last 30 days with a ROAS of 5.32, but their opportunity score is 0. Why is that? Let's get into it. So next, we'll compare them all side by side to see if there's any real correlation. Here's how they look side by side. We can see that account A has the lowest amount of ad spend, only 1 live campaign, and an opportunity score of 100%. On the flip side, we've got accounts D and E with 80 times more ad spend. They have higher ROAS and lower opportunity scores. We can see that account E here with an opportunity score of 0 actually had 47 live campaigns. Now, that number of campaign goes against pretty much all of Meta's best practices, but it's clearly working for this account. They're very happy with a ROAS of 5.32. And just to reiterate, these are all real e-commerce accounts that are generating profit and scaling up their Shopify scores. So looking at this, there's no clear correlation between ROAS and opportunity score. Now, does that mean opportunity score is meaningless? No, that's not what we're saying. Opportunity score can be helpful, but we don't want to use it as the single source of truth for performance. So let's look at what the opportunity score is recommending and why some of them we've implemented and some of them we have. So let's jump into these accounts and look at some of the actual recommendations that are here. In the second account, spending 10.6K, the opportunity score is really around creative. So the Advantage Plus Creative enhancements, Meta's recommending that we allow it to add visual touch-ups, let it improve our text with automated AI text, and add overlays to the ads. In the next account, Meta is recommending really the same thing. It's telling us that we'll get a lower cost per purchase for this brand, but these changes allow it to go quite rogue with creative. And if you've ever looked at Meta's current AI creative recommendations, typically they're not on brand for a lot of companies. So when a company's at this size, spending $80,000 a month, they're likely already invested in their brand. This company, for example, has a team of creatives. They've got 2 video editors and 2 graphic designers, and their ads are dialed in and they look perfect from a creative standpoint, and they're not looking for Meta to go just rogue with their brand at this stage. For this next account, let's see. So this one has one of the highest ROAS, but a opportunity score of 0. So looking at this, you can see there's multiple ad sets in the account, and it's recommending them to consolidate. It's also recommending them allow Meta to send people to their Meta shop versus their website. For this brand, they've got a big catalog of products, so it actually makes sense for them to do what we call a horizontal scale. Whereas if they have a new product that goes to a new audience, they want that to be in a new campaign. Because a lot of these products have different AOVs, there's actually benefits to having them in separate campaigns. That way, a high AOV product isn't cannibalized by a low AOV product that perhaps has a high conversion rate. Also, if they have stock issues and they need to throttle their spend differently to say, put a lot of spend behind a product that has a lot of stock, it makes sense to have it in a separate campaign for that additional control. And again, for them, going back to their ROAS versus opportunity score, they're very happy with a ROAS above a 5. They would not want to improve their opportunity score and lose less control over their inventory management. And then for this company here, they have a very high ROAS. They're only missing opportunity score for the creative enhancements. But again, they have a very strong brand image and they don't want the creative optimizations to happen. We've tested some of them and it actually did not improve their ROAS, even though it got their opportunity score higher. So I've gone ahead and grouped the main recommendations. At the top, for pretty much every account, it's creative automation. Advantage plus creative, text variations, image expansion, and background generation. So those are things you typically have off to protect the brand. And in our experience, they can actually just not look that great and actually not help return on ad spend. So while Meta recommends it, we haven't actually seen it improve return on ad spend. I mean, if you don't have anyone producing new creative, well, then it can help to allow Meta to create backgrounds and change your text for you. But if you have someone thinking about that and making iterations, then we generally recommend leaving it off. Now, targeting automation, this one can go 2 ways. If you're going and targeting too small of an audience, it can actually help to use broader audiences. We do recommend that for most accounts. Now, audience expansion and Advantage Plus audiences can go another way. If you're trying to exclude, let's say, existing customers from your campaigns, you don't really want to have on Advantage Plus audiences. We like to use more of a standard audience setup where we can have exclusions apply to exclude existing customers. And a lot of the times we're even excluding engaged users from our top of funnel campaigns. So again, the broader audiences for top of funnel makes sense and that's great, but we don't want a just automated targeting across all of your campaigns. Structural recommendations here. The third group, they recommend consolidating campaigns and making budget changes. Sometimes if you have too many campaigns, like we saw with that account with 47 live campaigns, you can get what's called audience overlap, which generally is negative. So that's a fair recommendation from Meta's side. But again, there are some use cases where you want more campaigns. If you need more control, like I described for that other brand that's trying to manage their inventory, and because their products and their creative target different users, it doesn't matter if there's audience overlap because the creative is so different. And next, on budget changes, you can even get a lower opportunity score if you're not increasing your budget. And while I'm working in paid media and I'm incentivized to increase spend, it doesn't always make sense to increase budget. For example, if you've got a high ROAS but just low inventory on that item, you shouldn't increase your spend if you don't have inventory. So there are considerations there. And again, if you're not increasing your budget and Meta's flagging that an ad set to top performer, you can get a lower opportunity score. Where does that leave us? Is Meta's opportunity score bad thing? No, it's actually good and it can help a lot of advertisers, but you need to take the recommendations with a bit of a grain of salt, thinking, what's going to be best for my business? What am I comfortable with from a branding perspective? And do I forgo some control to potentially improve ROAS? And if you do test that, just be sure to monitor the ROAS to actually make sure it's worth the trade-off of losing more control in your ad account. As we've seen, there are some accounts that have a low ROAS and a high opportunity score, and a very low opportunity score and a high ROAS. So again, take a look at your opportunity score. If you do make some changes, test it and know that you don't have to have a 100% opportunity score in order to get the best performance in your ad account. If you like the content, please like and subscribe. If you have your own comments or your own experience with this, please drop them below. Would love to see them and I'll respond personally myself. Thank you. Keep growing.